What if the internet was actually dead and run by bots? Like, what if most of what we see online isn't even made by real people anymore? What if I told you that your seemingly paranoid question might actually be closer to reality than you think? What if the internet as we knew it quietly died sometime around 2016, and we're all just scrolling through the digital remains without even realizing it? We'll start with something that might make your skin crawl. Right now, as you're watching this video, more than half of all internet traffic isn't coming from humans like you and me. It's coming from bots. Automated programs that click, scroll, comment, and interact with websites faster than any human ever could. In 2024, bots accounted for over 51% of all web traffic. Think about that for a second. Most of the internet isn't even human anymore. But here's where it gets really weird. These aren't just simple bots that crawl websites for search engines. We're talking about sophisticated artificial intelligence that can fake mouse movements, solve those annoying CAPTCHA puzzles, and even generate content that looks completely human-made. Some of these bots are so advanced they can mimic human behavior patterns better than actual humans can. The most disturbing part? A huge chunk of these bots aren't the harmless kind. Nearly 37% of all internet traffic comes from malicious bots. These are the digital equivalent of pickpockets and con artists, trying to hack into accounts, steal personal information, or manipulate what you see online. They're getting smarter every year, and they're multiplying at an alarming rate. Now, you might be thinking this is just a technical problem that doesn't really affect your daily browsing. But let me paint you a picture of just how bizarre things have gotten. Have you ever stumbled across those weird Facebook posts with hundreds of thousands of likes showing Jesus merged with random objects? Maybe you've seen Jesus as a shrimp, or flight attendants in impossible situations that look almost too strange to be real. These images aren't created by eccentric artists or religious enthusiasts. They're mass-produced by artificial intelligence and posted by bot networks that operate around the clock. Some of these pages post dozens of times every single day, racking up millions of interactions from users who either don't realize the images are fake or don't care. The comment sections are filled with thousands of people typing amen to pictures of crustacean Jesus, creating this surreal digital prayer circle around computer-generated nonsense. What's happening behind the scenes is even more calculated than you might expect. These bot-operated pages start by posting outrageous AI-generated content to build massive followings. Once they've hooked enough people, they pivot to driving traffic to websites absolutely crammed with advertisements. Every click, every share, every confused amen comment generates revenue for whoever is running these operations. The really unsettling part is that social media algorithms seem to love this stuff. The more outrageous and engagement-heavy the content, the more the platforms push it to new audiences. So we end up in this feedback loop where AI creates increasingly bizarre content. Bots amplify it, algorithms promote it, and real humans get caught in the middle, unknowingly participating in this digital puppet show. Meanwhile, businesses are hemorrhaging money, trying to advertise to what they think are real customers. In 2024 alone, companies are expected to waste over $71 billion on advertising that gets viewed primarily by bots rather than actual human beings. That's money that could have gone toward improving products or services, instead vanishing into the void of fake internet traffic. But the rabbit hole goes much deeper than just fake religious imagery and wasted advertising dollars. According to something called the dead internet theory, what we're witnessing isn't just an increase in bot activity, it's the systematic replacement of genuine human interaction with artificial content designed to manipulate our thoughts and behaviors. The theory suggests that somewhere around 2016 or 2017, the internet crossed a threshold. Real human-generated content began getting drowned out by algorithmically curated posts, comments, and interactions. Instead of stumbling across genuine thoughts from real people, we started encountering content specifically engineered to provoke certain responses, guide our attention, or influence our purchasing decisions. Think about your own online experience for a moment. When was the last time you discovered something truly surprising or authentic online? Something that felt like it came from a real person sharing a genuine thought, rather than content optimized for maximum engagement? If you're struggling to remember, you're not alone. The financial incentives driving this transformation are massive. Every click, view, and interaction generates revenue through advertising systems that don't particularly care whether the engagement comes from humans or machines. As long as the numbers keep climbing, the money keeps flowing. This creates a perfect storm where creating fake engagement becomes more profitable than fostering genuine human connection. What makes this especially insidious is how invisible it's become. The bots have evolved far beyond the obviously fake account, with random number usernames and stock photo profile pictures. Modern bot networks use sophisticated artificial intelligence to create personas that feel authentic. They have coherent posting histories, realistic profile information, and can engage in conversations that seem genuinely human until you look closely. Some researchers have found evidence of coordinated networks spanning thousands of fake accounts, all working together to amplify certain messages or suppress others. These operations can make fringe ideas appear mainstream or popular opinions seem controversial, fundamentally warping our perception of public sentiment and social reality. The psychological impact of all this artificial interaction is something we're only beginning to understand. When you engage with what you think is another person online, your brain releases the same chemicals associated with real social connection. But if that interaction was actually with an AI system designed to keep you scrolling, you're essentially getting a synthetic version of human contact that leaves you craving more without ever feeling truly satisfied. Perhaps most troubling is how this affects our ability to distinguish between authentic and artificial content. As these systems become more sophisticated, the line between human-generated and machine-generated material continues to blur. We might be losing our capacity to recognize genuine human expression, training our brains to accept artificial substitutes as the real thing. The platforms themselves seem caught between acknowledging the problem and maintaining the illusion that their networks are thriving human communities. After all, admitting that a significant portion of their user base consists of sophisticated bots would undermine their entire business model, which depends on selling access to human attention and authentic social influence. So Maya, to answer your question directly, the internet might not be completely dead, but it's certainly on life support, kept alive by an intricate network of artificial respirators that we mistake for genuine breathing. So where does this leave us? Every time you scroll through your feed, like a post, or engage with content online, there's a better than even chance you're not interacting with another human being at all. You're participating in an elaborate digital theater where the other actors are algorithms, and the script is written by artificial intelligence designed to keep you watching, clicking, and consuming. The internet hasn't completely flatlined yet, but it's certainly not the vibrant human community we once thought it was. Real people are still out there, still creating genuine content, still having authentic conversations. But they're increasingly outnumbered by their artificial counterparts, like voices shouting into a digital storm of synthetic noise. Maybe the most unsettling realization is that we might never know for certain when we cross that final threshold. The bots are getting better at pretending to be human faster than we're getting better at spotting them. At what point do we stop calling it the internet and start calling it something else entirely? The next time you're online, pay attention to what feels real and what feels manufactured. Notice which content makes you pause and think, versus what just keeps you mindlessly scrolling. Because in a world where machines are learning to imitate human creativity and connection, our ability to recognize authentic human expression might be the most valuable skill we have left. The question isn't really whether the internet is dead or alive. The question is whether we'll notice the difference before it's too late to matter.